Okay, here's the Power Bucket with the Grapple on it. Don't have very many complaints about this one at all. The overall build quality is very good. The cylinder itself is strong enough to hold things clamped without having to worry about damaging the actual teeth themselves. Now, this tooth over here, I had bent out at probably like a 60-degree angle, and all I did was hit on it with a hammer a little bit, straighten it back out, and yeah, it looks good enough. The finish inside the bucket's pretty good. I picked up a lot of rocks. You know, paint's gonna move, it's gonna chip, it's gonna flake off, it's gonna do what it's gonna do. So since I've had it, the Grapple has always lived on the machine. I'm not sure where you would store the hoses for the tilt function without the Grapple on it, but you know, it is what it is. This bracket here should have a pin in it. I have a replacement one, but I haven't put it on yet. That was actually missing from the dealer when I got it. The idea behind this is it keeps it locked in place, and it's easily removable if you take the Grapple off. The only issue I find with that is, I'm trying to get this rock. It's gonna bother me if I don't. Here we go. I got it. The only issue with this is the pin that I had put in it before, the replacement one, wasn't the correct size. So when you put this on right here, it would be loose enough that this would actually bounce up and down a little bit, and it caused the bracket to bend. So same thing on the storage place for these, as well as the ones on the Tough Cut, is that the holes need to be just a little bigger. If you could put this hole, if you could put this coupler in this hole all the way, I feel they would be a lot easier, because they come out easy. Like if you look at it wrong or the wind blows, it's gonna fall out. Especially when you're driving around. Let's say if you had this thing on the back like I do. I didn't have it hooked up, I was just moving it. There's nothing really stopping this thing from just falling out. You know, and if they all fall out, then your stuff's dragging on the ground like that. So just a little gripe, nothing major. But if you wanted to, you could hook these up to the back of the machine, which I've done before. And you could actually use the Grapple on the back, as well as the tilt function. But you're gonna lose one of the, you're gonna lose this hydraulic tilt function right here, because that goes into that one. So as I said, if you had a black and white one right there, you would have tons of it, but you'd have to add another handle onto the control. You would have to add a whole new lever on the operator station. So far I've used this thing for probably a good 10, maybe 12 hours. Doing that one video for creating the raised garden. I haven't had any issues with it. You put it on, you use it. It can be squeaky. I find that these fittings here, whenever you grease them up, it does make some of the sound go away. But a lot of the sound is in here, and I've put some silicone spray in there, and the squeaking comes from there. So if you had some nylon washers or something just to take that metal on metal sound away, I think that would be ideal. So like those aren't going to move because they're bolted together, but it does rock on that that ball right there pretty decently. Overall build quality, good to go. Just missing that one bracket from the grapple hose holder. Other than that, it's good. This one is the most fun. If you have it on the front of the machine, the hardest part is to find out where the level is. And after a bunch of trial and error, whenever I look on the left side of the machine and down, if I lift it all the way up, and I have just a little bit of visibility right here from the operator seat, whenever I look to the left, I know that when the bucket gets to the ground, it's going to be flat on the bottom. So I'm able to get stuff scooped up really nicely. So, and that about equals the same amount when you want to take the bucket on and off of the machine. You need just a little bit of extension on this cylinder, regardless of where the teeth are, and it'll come off the machine without any alignment issues. So in conclusion, the power bucket you need to get. The grapple, it's kind of up to you. They also make a kit that actually folds, that goes onto it and raises the side of it. It lifts this up as well as the back, so you can carry a lot more dirt or material, rock, mulch, whatever you got. I found with a full bucket on the front of the machine of dirt, topsoil mix, it was about all the machine wanted. If you think that you can get a little bit more weight out of it, you can go to full throttle. It'll probably do it. And then you can lift something like this. Then going full throttle is probably something you're going to want to do, but for the most part, you can run this thing at idle. It'll pick up anything you need. So that's my review. If you own a Ventrac any size, get yourself a power bucket. Enjoy. I also have the bucket teeth